Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to another episode of Richard's Fat Man Getting Fit, the YouTube show where I give myself health advice. I do this shirtless in order to show you exactly or as much of my state of health as I possibly can, and I basically tell you what I'm trying to do to make myself more fit. I'm having you come along with me with my fitness journey, and if it applies to you, more power to you. If it doesn't, that's fine too. You can always make a comment in the comment section down below and let me know what you think. In addition, for every 1,000 subscribers I get, I do purchase one of these bracelets from the company 4Ocean. That is across all 6 of my channels. I am giving you an opportunity to make the world better. I suggest you take it. Now, something came up the other day. Somebody made the comment that I should speak to a nutritionist, and I said, well, I need to do my own research. And that's kind of a, how can I say this? That's kind of a inciting way of saying it. And it's like, well, what do you mean you have to do your own research? I'm one person. I don't have access to thousands of people to find out what's going on. So what do I mean when I say I need to do my own research? This is what I mean. This is Glenic Health. It is I believe, was originally put out at Lancaster High School, and I got it from a recycling bin. Okay? This is a high school level book on health and nutrition. All right. I actually have dozens of books on this. Some of them I inherited from my late father, and some of them I didn't. But what I mean when I say do my own research is to read. Obviously, with a book on this is not a book on weight loss. So don't go around, oh, this is a weight. No, this is not a weight loss channel. This is not Richard losing weight. This is Fat Man Getting Fit. And one of the ideas with this is to start from zero. Now, you will see I have a bunch of older videos where I was a lot heavier, and obviously I'm not starting from zero. I could actually teach classes on nutrition. I know a huge amount about nutrition. My father was always telling me about nutrition. Not that I think he understood it all that well, but after he passed away, I learned even more. I have gone to health classes. I have prepared meals according to meal plans. I've done all kinds of things to be healthy. The reason I got to 415 pounds was not because I was having a bad diet. It's because I got hurt. That's a thing. I didn't know it was a thing at the time, but it was, okay? So, starting at zero, I could do a video about how to brush your teeth. There's nothing wrong with that. It's hygiene, it keeps you healthy, and in order to be fit, you have to be healthy. That's fitness. I mean, obviously, what's a gauge for fitness? What do you mean when you say you want to get fit? That is a goal that we all have to ask ourselves. I happen to sort of know a person, I talk to him on Facebook every now and again, who's a power lifter. And his goal is to be as strong as possible and be able to lift as much weight as possible. He does that professionally as a senior competition power lifter, and that's what he does. Now, if I turned around and said, well, I want to be a bodybuilder and I want a six-pack here. Well, walking in here with a six-pack, I would be fit, and the name of this show wouldn't make any sense again, okay? So, I'm using the nebulous getting fit. I suppose that if I were to put a goal in mind, that goal might be able to run a marathon in the minimum number of hours, or the maximum number of hours for which you can still be credited. Okay? And then I would have to go and I'd have to look up the LA Marathon, because I live in LA, and I'd have to say, all right, how long is it for me? And then I'd have to do walking. So it's like if they say 26 miles in 8 hours, I have to calculate how long it should take me to walk each mile. I should get to the point where I could at least walk that mile every day, or run that mile every day. And then eventually, I would have to enter the LA Marathon and complete it in that time. Okay? That would be a goal. That's not mine, honestly. My goal is to be healthier than I was the last time I stepped into this room with my shirt off to make these videos. Okay? That's my goal. The other thing is, I'm a food blogger. Yes, it's a hobby. No, I don't get money at it. But when I run into things like this, okay, Reese's Puffs peanut butter pancake mix. I am supposed to eat this and tell people what I think of it. Not only am I supposed to eat this and tell people what I think of it, but I'm supposed to finish the package. All right? And if you look on the side, there's a Lucky Charms version of this, and there's a Cinnamon Toast Crunch version of this. And if I ever run into those, I'm actually supposed to try them. Maybe, maybe not. I mean, it's not like you have to. But it's one of those things that I'm supposed to try something new every day. Right? That's part of being a food blogger. And trying that something new every day sometimes involves things like this, and it does involve not wasting food and finishing the package. So that's a thing. Now, if you look at my blog, Richard Reviews Everything, all right? The early blogs, you'll see, even if I'm drinking a beer, all right, that beer is laid out with a balanced meal, okay? What does a balanced meal mean? It means vegetables, carbohydrates of some kind, and protein. All right? Whatever that means, okay, the beer would be carbohydrates. So if I'm having breakfast, you shouldn't eat beer with breakfast, but if I'm having breakfast and I have eggs and I have asparagus and then I have a beer, that's a balanced meal, all right? That's what I'm supposed to do. Now, later entries, current entries into my blog, that's not what I do. So one of my rules is that I have to have entries a year in advance. I have to have 365 entries. And once I do that, anything over 365 entries in advance, that has to be either one of my cheat meals for the week, or it has to be a balanced meal. So if I make these pancakes, yes, I can make these pancakes, and then I would have to have a protein that goes with them. Eggs, steak, fish, whatever. And I would have to have vegetables, right? Some of you might say, well, why don't you go carnivore and just eat meat? Well, then I can't eat this, and I can't food blog, right? So this is supposed to be something that everybody can watch and get something from, all right? I'm doing a lot of videos at this point that are just, let me explain what I'm doing, let me explain what I'm doing, because I get a lot of comments that don't understand what I'm doing. So that's what I'm doing. I'm explaining myself. If I go to the store and I buy a bag of carrots, what I am then supposed to do is research carrots, all right? Find out, why are carrots healthy for us? How many carrots should we eat in a week? How often should we have carrots, and how should we prepare them? That is a thing I am supposed to do. Then I am supposed to come in here and tell all of you about carrots. The goal is to come into this room once every week, make 7 videos, and each one of them is a tutorial or an explanation of some kind. And eventually I want to get to the point where it is college level quality, where if I were a college professor giving this lecture, it would be that quality. Not that long, that quality. So everything I do for my health, from what kind of toothpaste I use, to what kind of soap I use, to how often I shower, or what my workout equipment should be like, I'm supposed to document that. I'm supposed to make videos explaining it, and I'm supposed to bring that information to you. And at a certain point, I should be making videos where I'm citing my sources. And, if that's something that's interesting to you, then yes, watch this channel. And if you want to see me lose weight and be healthy, watch this channel, like my videos, please comment. The more of you who are watching, the more accountable I am, and the more motivation I have. Okay? That's where I get my information. It's all over the internet. I often research the Mayo Clinic. I look up everything. That's what I'm supposed to be doing. I am supposed to become professionally healthy. That's the goal anyway. Anyway, thank you for sharing this moment with me. I, of course, am Richard.